blessing to me, and I'm reading it and I'm really enjoying it. I'm going to share with you one video a week what the topic is for that chapter. So for me, the zero spend is going to consist of not buying anything unless it's a needed item. So I'm not going to go out and buy things that are frivolous for food or anything like that. It's going to be zero spending on non-essential items. Now, I've been doing that, but I'm going to go along with it. I'm going to read every chapter of this book and share it with you and all of the steps that she used. And so I think it's going to be a great journey that we're going to all be on together. I think we're going to all learn something from it. I know this is the month of November, and I know that's going into December, but maybe you can glean something from this. You know, December is the highest spending month of the year, and of course that's because of Christmas. All year round, I have been saving my money for Christmas. Now, my children are older, and my grandchildren are older, and they all want one thing: money! And so I saved up my money for all summer long, all year round, so I'm able to give them their gifts of their money. But that means it's a lot less for us, and so we have to learn how to save and do without. And so I'm going to share with you, this is chapter number 1. Chapter number 1 is taking a good look at what's in your pantry. Now, I know not everybody has a pantry like I do, but still, are we taking inventory of what we have in our home? Can we use up the food that we have in our home? And that doesn't matter if your pantry is small or pantry is large. You need to go and take an inventory of what's in your pantry. So chapter number 1 is organize that pantry. So I'm going to share with you what I'm working on today. So I'm making a meal, and look at all the empty jars that I used to make this meal. About having a pantry and doing your own canning, look at all these jars. All these jars just for this meal. And you can wash them, you can put them back on your shelf, and you can use them again. No more tin cans that you have to put away to recycle or you have to throw away. Jars are great because after the initial expense, it's free. You have your jars to use. So I went in my pantry and I went and looked for all kinds of food that I could make and all kinds of things that I could use. This food was from 2017. I did a video where we have the basic ground beef mix. And I'm going to share with you right now a clip of that because we've made so many meals using this mix. So right now is a clip of that. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to put the ground beef mixture in our crock pot. And I love that master mix. It is amazing. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to use this mix. It has some peas in it, it has some carrots, and it has some potatoes. But I'm going to make a chili with it. So it's going to be a chili with a little bit of a variation. So I have all of my home canned food, which helps me so much in having a pantry. Here we have a bag of frozen tomatoes, and we're going to throw that in. So it's tomatoes and it's peppers. And basically we're just going to dump all of this in our crock pot. So now we have some kidney beans from 2017. We have some black beans from 2016. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to drain these and we're going to rinse them and we're going to add them to this. So this chili has a little bit of the peas in it. It's not much, and a little bit of carrots. But you know what? It doesn't really matter with chili. You can put chicken in it. You can put ground beef in it. We're going to put some celery that I got. And this is going to be in the slow cooker for a long time. I'm cleaning out my pantries, and I found some roasted tomato sauce. We're going to add that to it. Some of the best meals that you ever make are ones where you just throw everything together. You want to make a really good chili with it. And I'm making some baked corn. So, using what you have in your pantry, using up what you got, that's the very first key to the zero spend. How many times do you not know what to make and you figure, you'll just run to the store and pick up something? This book is trying to encourage you not to just run to the store every time you need something, but to think outside the box. Sometimes your greatest recipes are thinking outside the box. You know I love cookbooks. In fact, I read them like I would a novel. But all of your best recipes are probably recipes that you came up with on your own. You changed the recipe to suit your liking. So I'm going to go in my pantries and I'm going to share with you what I got and what I'm working on and how any of us can organize our food better. So, lesson number 1 and video number 1 is organize that pantry so you know what you got and you don't run to the store for every single thing that you think you need. So here we have some baked corn. Yum, yum. I just did a recipe on this and I'm going to share it with you right above me. Right above me. And this is a great recipe. It's our family favorite. And thank you so much for the oven gloves. Wow, no more burnt fingers anymore. The zero spend is going to be for me, just watching every penny that I spend. Yes, I'm still going to go to the thrift store because that's one day a week I can have some fun and I can make a video on it, which in all due honesty, it pays me to go. So I love going to the thrift store. It's something that it just gives me a day break. Most of the time I'm here on the homestead, and so to be able to get away with my daughters is something I really enjoy. But I'm going to really watch my spending. I'm going to really watch the things that I really don't need. I'm going to really watch on all of the things that, you know, little bits of here and there, $1 here and $1 there. When I go to the Dollar Tree, am I buying things that I actually can really need, or am I buying things because they're pretty and they look nice? I'm really excited to share with you my Christmas. My Christmas is really different than from a lot of people. My Christmas revolves around all kinds of things that you can make wherever you live. So my Christmases are very natural. I'm going to share with you right above me last year's Christmas. And so I don't spend money for Christmas decorations. I don't spend money for wrapping paper. I don't spend money for any of that. I use packaging paper and I use all kinds of things. And I'm going to share with you a very old video of mine right now, right up here. And this video is how I take packaging paper that comes from Amazon and how I can make some beautiful wrapping with it. So for me, the zero spend is more taking an inventory of what I have and just using what I have and using it better. You can always improve, even if it's something that you are really excel at, you still can improve on it. And so having a pantry, you know what, I was working on my pantry and there were some things I forgot I had. I went through all of my books and I organized my books just to see exactly what books I have and what subjects of books maybe I could do a little more studying on. All of my books are books that I can study and make videos with. But you know what? There's a lot of areas that I enjoy that I don't have any resources on. And so those are the kind of books I want to look for and not just always buy a book simply because it was cheap. So let's get working in our pantry. Hope you enjoyed that video. I'm working on today, this is what we're going to eat. Because when you go to the food pantry, you get a little bit of this and that, and it's things that really don't go together. But today what I'm making, and I'll share with you in a video coming this week, I'm going to be making some chicken gravy, and I found this turkey gravy. We're going to make gravy, and we're going to have some chicken with it, and have it over top of bread. And then I found some of this stuffing mix that I got. So we're going to have chicken gravy over bread with some stuffing mix. And probably some peas, because I always have a vegetable with every meal. A lot of my videos, I'm going to share with you my meals as I go about my day and as I work. And I think it's going to be so much fun. So in week 1, we clean out the cupboards. And so I'm going through all of my cupboards. And a lot of times what you're going to see is you're going to have lots of little things that come from the food pantry. Like a thing of applesauce. One of these. And so it's things that really are just hit or miss. It's just things here and there. So I'm making my meal today on cleaning out the cupboard. Now these 2 cupboards is all I have for food in the kitchen. My cupboards, I don't have many of them. And so this food is food that I always take from my pantry and then I put it in here and it's food I want to use up. This Miracle Whip I got at the food pantry, it's over a year old. I'm not sure about it. So I'm going to open it up and give it a taste test and find out. It's not opened and it's a year old. Some people would say no way, other people would say it's fine. But I'm going to check on the website and find out if it is okay to eat. If not, then we'll get rid of it. When in doubt, throw it out. Even I say that. I don't eat food that I'm iffy about. If it's in doubt, you throw it out. Nothing is worth getting sick over. And so you need to just be a little more cautious about things, especially when you get in the food pantry, because for some reason, one day I got things in the food pantry that were 2 years old. I was really surprised that they were allowed to do that. I was really surprised that they actually give food, canned food that's 2 years old, dented. And so some of the stuff I had to throw out because it was too dented and it wasn't trustworthy. The food pantry is not going to be your police for making sure the food is safe. They just pass along what they get. They probably don't even look at it. So it's up to you as the consumer to make sure that your food is safe. Bulging lids on my food pantry food that they had in a box that they sent to people. So you got to be really careful. But you can really do well if you just know and make extra cautious steps to what you're getting. So this was week 1, and that is cleaning out the pantry.